I think that was after the first World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So we had lost. I think I tried to shift that mindset, and then it got to February and I tore my ACL in one of the games. And I think maybe it was really weird. I can just remember I turned around to one of the girls, and I remember this so vividly, and I was like, I've not felt not tired since we've come back. And she was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, I've been exhausted for like the last however many months. And I think around then after that time I did tear my ACL.
Right.
And I don't know if it was from obviously the high to a low emotion, and I kind of carrying it a little bit more, being so fatigued off the back of it, and then just going straight into playing again. Or it was actually in time of like the dreaded ACL time. So I don't know if I was just hit by one of by one of the shots. But that such a horrible injury, but one of the best things that also could have happened.
Tell me why.
That's absolutely crazy to say, I know. But I think because I'd played rugby since the age of 4, non-stop till that point, and I'd just gone through that World Cup, I think it was like the best reset, because obviously, as I said, I was like 21, 22. I then had the chance to completely remodel my body in 9 months. That's how I took it. So I don't like the gym, but there's a funny that I will say I don't like it, but I'll always do it. And I'll always try like be better in it and hit targets and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't like it, but I'll do it, and I'll do it to my best because I know it's going to help me. Right. And I was like, okay, you've just done your ACL. You're going to be in the gym. I asked to be in the gym 5 times a week. I didn't have to be, but I was like, I'm going to beat the target of 9 months, because I was like, I'm not sitting in here for 9 months. I can't do that. And yeah, so I was in there for 5 days a week, every week. And we just tried to make it as fun as possible, but for me to be as strong as possible and be a better athlete, and obviously just get back quicker. I also had someone else who had unfortunately done their ACL at the same time with me, and I think that made it a lot better as well, because I wasn't on my own. But then there became like the physio, the S&C, me and Donna, who then were like always together. So it wasn't like super lonely or anything like that, but I think it became a different challenge. But it also took me away from rugby for a little bit, which I think sometimes in sport, I think Leah Williamson also spoke about this, like it's a nice mental break.
Right.
So I think that was helpful. I mean, towards the end, I was like, no, I need to play rugby now. Like,
this is get back to it.
Killing me, because I was running at the time as well. So I was like, no, I can train, I can play, I can do all this. But the way my body completely changed as well showed me that how I could push my body. So I had loads of comments, oh my God, you look so athletic. So did Donna as well. And we were like, oh yeah, actually, now we know what we can do. And like we were hitting crazy like targets that obviously we'd never hit. And we're like, okay, let's keep these targets so for when we go back to playing, because obviously it then becomes a different type of fitness when you play. To then just like running. And obviously I wasn't in the gym. I'm not in the gym 5 times a week anymore because I have to play. So yeah, it completely changed how I looked at things. And I think it made me a better athlete as well. And that's what I took for it. Like, and I think the mental rest for me was helpful at that time.
So you think...
And also, sorry, you talk about sacrifice and stuff. I went through my whole years. I went to uni, but I didn't really go to uni because I didn't go out. I didn't do any of that. Like my uni was actually at the Saracen Stadium. So like my whole...
you gave it up for that,
4 years of being at uni was actually at Saracens. So I didn't get that uni experience that other people got. And I think to have that time that I could actually, on a Saturday and Sunday, like a weekend, I could go socialise with friends. I wasn't going mad, I wasn't partying. But I think just to have some time off of rugby was quite nice. And just to feel like I could do things that I wouldn't normally do, and just, yeah, that's the best I can kind of explain that one.
Which is amazing, because in the face of it, you get an injury like that, it must have been so hard in those early moments of getting it, like, no, what does this mean? But to hear you say, actually, it's made me a better athlete is quite amazing.
Yeah. And I actually ended up coming back in the 7 months instead of the 9 months.
Of course you did.
Because I was like, I'm not doing
so
this.
Like, I take your 9 and I'm going to raise you.
That's what I said. I said, as soon as I did it, I said, we're not doing my, I remember seeing that. I said, we're not doing 9 months.
It's a competitor right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the boys, did it in 6 months, and I'd heard that. So I was like, okay, I'm not.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going to do 6 months because that is crazy. But I was like, I'm not sitting here for 9 months. So, yeah.
And you then went on to not just come back and not just start playing again, but you went on to take the team, well, you as a team went to win the World Cup. So from the extremes of like getting right to the final, right to the last few minutes and then not getting the win, to then having an injury, to then coming back. Can you just tell me, before we talk about that final, just what was going through your head in that season when you were facing another World Cup and you were coming back to do it again? Was there anything that you learned about yourself during that time?
I actually hadn't then got the 10 shirt back fully.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I actually ended up being on the bench for a lot of games when I came back.
What was that
so
like?
I wasn't a starter. It was quite difficult because for like the last one, I played all those minutes, played at 10, and then coming back, then I wasn't in that shirt.
Yeah.
But because I think I just done that whole ACL thing of, right, I'm determined to do this.
Yeah.
I think it kicked on to the, like, okay, whatever, how can I be better playing, get my like groove back and all that sort of stuff. I was like determined to get that shirt back. So I think it was kind of go back to Saracens and play as well as I could at club. And then for me, I was like, right, how can I learn? How can I be better? And then it was using the coaches at Saracens. So we had one of the men's players who had retired. He then came over. So I used him as much as possible just to become better and be like, right, what can I do here to be so good for Saracens that there's no way that I couldn't be selected for England.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of took in.
Having been through getting to a final and then not winning, was there anything you had to overcome when you did get to the final the next time? Or were you just so in the zone?
So in the zone.
At that point, you're just like,
so in the zone.
We're in.
I was like, we're winning.
Just decided.
I think I was actually really confident.
Yeah.
And I was like, a lot of those girls had lost the last one.
Yeah.
And the whole chat was, we're not losing. We're not losing. And I was like so confident that we were not losing.
Yeah.
That there was no, I think that there was no point in that game where I was like, you're going to stop us. You're not.
And I watched this morning that moment of when you realised you'd won, and it is so emotional. Like you can see it.
The girls actually didn't realise.
Did they not realise at the start?
One got kicked off or something happened, or as a penalty. I can't really remember what happened. And they kind of just like, I think they might have been in a maul or something. And the ball I think there was a penalty, so it meant we'd won. The girls that were all clustered together hadn't realised. And I ran it and I was like, we've won.
Guys.
They were like that. Yeah, and I think for a lot of the girls that were on that pitch lost the last one. So
they were just sobbing, hugging each other.
But it's also that
it was amazing.
Some of us have played since the age that I said, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And it's been all it has been since kind of like then. Mm-hmm. Or even if they just, as I said, like the whole heartache of going through the last cycle and losing to then going through this cycle and winning. Yeah. It was like, we've finally done it. We finally can say, and because we've gone on this massive win streak as well, but the only thing we hadn't done was win the World Cup.
Have now.
Yeah.
Did it hit you straight away? Does it sink in straight away? Or does it take a little while to be like, oh my gosh, we've actually done it?
Yeah, it hit straight away.
Does it?
Yeah. But it was helpful that it was also at home.
Yeah.
And then the crowd were going crazy as well. And they all stayed as well.
Oh.
they all stayed for the lifting of the trophy. Like the whole stadium was still so full.
Oh, it's so amazing and so emotional. Congratulations. Like, how brilliant.
It actually now feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Because by the sounds of things of what you've described so far, there's always the next thing in your sights as well.
So we've actually just won Six Nations as well. So that's the last. Sorry, I don't mean to be like braggy, but
by the way,
like as soon as that World Cup it was done, we then had a camp in January. I was like, okay, so how do we reset? Because you've got to go win a Six Nations now. So it was all about that. So it was like from October to December, yeah, brilliant, you want to go World Cup. And then came in January, I was like, right, you've got to win the Six Nations now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The nature of the job.